let's talk about homeowner deductibles so that you aren't shocked when you find out what yours is. I'm Jessica Stroud. I own Midwest Insurance Solutions in Lenexa, Kansas. My team and I have been serving Johnson County and the entire Kansas City area for over 15 years. We're a broker and we have 14 different companies that we shop your insurance with. So a lot of conversation these days around insurance has to do with deductibles. And this is a newer change that I have seen definitely over the last 2 years, this higher deductible phenomenon that is coming on. And I won't bore you with why the deductibles are getting higher. Like, I could geek out on that. But let's talk about specifically homeowners insurance deductibles when it comes to wind and hail deductibles, because on your home, you can have two separate deductibles. One would be what's called all perils. So if you got water in the basement, if there was a fire, if there was a theft, if the washing machine overflowed, the dishwasher overflowed, caused water damage, that would be one specific deductible. And those can still be a little bit lower, maybe even $2,500, $5,000 deductibles. And then there's what's called your wind and hail, sometimes called the WH, wind and hail deductible. Specifically has to do with the exterior of your home from like tornadoes, wind, storms, all of that, specifically your roof, right? Ew, that's the bad one. Within those, so I'm old enough to know when you could have a wind and hail deductible that was $1,000, that was $1,500. That's amazing. When people call our office and say, hey, or they go to our website and they say, hey, I want you to quote my insurance, see if you can save me some money, get me better coverages. One of the things we always look at is, what deductible do you have? Because if they have a really low deductible, that's a conversation that we're going to have with them. Do we still have some companies that offer those lower deductibles? Absolutely. Why? Because we have so many different companies that we work with. So let's talk about a percentage deductible, because unfortunately, sometimes some insurance agents like to hide the fact that it is a percentage deductible. So people might say, oh, percentage deductible, no problem. 2% deductible, 2% wind and hail deductible. Oh, that must mean 2% of the claim. No, that does not. When you see a percentage deductible, let's say 1%, 2%, let's use 2% just because I like easy math. That is 2% of the dwelling amount of your policy. Let's say your dwelling amount is $500,000. Not hard to do in Johnson County, right? No problem. $500,000 houses all over. 2% deductible on a $500,000 house is $10,000. That's a lot of money out of your pocket. That means in the event of a claim, you are responsible for the first $10,000. You got to come out of pocket with that, right? You have a repair person come making repairs. If it's a $15,000 repair, the insurance company is only paying out $5,000. You literally are on the hook cash for that $10,000 deductible. So unfortunately, it's often like just buried somewhere where it's like, oh, it's just a percentage claim. Some insurance companies don't like to just come right out and say it because the number can be scary. My company, we will come right out and say it. Like, we will point it out to you. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to get the information on your home policy and figure it out what your deductible is before storm season comes, right? Because spring has sprung, the storms are coming. I don't want you to be surprised. And if you would like my team and I to take a look at your home and auto insurance anywhere in Kansas City, Johnson County, up north by the river, by the airport, anywhere. It doesn't matter if you're in Overland Park, Olathe, Prairie Village, Shawnee Mission, anywhere in the greater Blue Springs, Lee Summit, anywhere in the greater Kansas City area, we can help you. Just go to www.jessicastroudinsurance.com. I will link that in the show notes below.